I'm Lisa Van Wyk, and I've got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Keep the wins go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, say go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote. Chill.
SLT Nation, what it do, fam? Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right, KT and I are still chugging along, and we're combing this country, and we're finding rising superstars, amazing phenoms, and superstar coaches who are doing big things in our communities and accomplishing big dreams. And today we about to go 400 degrees, ladies and gentlemen. We got a heat check in the building. We got one of the dopest AAU programs that Kevin and I had the privilege of seeing last summer in Louisville at the Run for Roses, and we got her, ladies and gentlemen. But what I didn't know is that she was an All-American. She was on the hoops. She was on the track. She took her team to the Sweet 16 as part of an impressive run where she accomplished so much. So this is what I need, Wisconsin. I need y'all to make me a plate of cheese curds, and then I need y'all to make some noise and get it crunked for one of your very own, the co-founder, the leader, the coach of the Wisconsin Blaze, Lisa Van Wyk. Coach, how you doing today, Coach?
I'm doing awesome, especially after that introduction. That's the best intro I've ever heard. Thank you.
Well, Coach, we're super excited about having you on the show. If this is your first time rocking with us, I am your host, the mouth of the South B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana. Put your L's up. Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, the other side of the logo, the Quiet Storm. Shh. All facts. No cap. The head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling great, B. Jones, and I see that she's a two-time 400-meter national champion.
Hey, she can run. She can run.
B. Jones, do you know what kind of dog you got to be to win that race?
Man, you got to be a dog to run track, period. You got to have a whole...
You got to be... That's true, but I'm talking about to run the 400? Oh, man. That's a race.
I love hate race.
Yeah, that's a race for dogs, B. Jones. But to answer your question, man, I'm feeling great. We're back in Wisconsin, man. Let's turn up. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, let's start the show off with the moment of truth. If you've been rocking with us all year long and you already know what time it is, we're about to play our version of Two Truths and a Lie. That's right. Before the show, Coach Wyk has prepared 3 facts about herself. Now, this is the deal. One of those facts will not be a truthful statement. Kevin and I will have exactly 60 seconds to figure out what Coach Lisa is saying is truthful and which one is going to be the whammy. All right, Coach, we are ready for you.
Okay, 3 facts. One is I'm a karaoke queen. Number 2 is I beat Gino Ariema's University of Connecticut women twice in the Big East. And then the 3rd is I own a miniature long-haired Dachshund dog.
Okay, Kevin, so this is where she's going to trip us up at. I know she defeated Coach Gino once. I don't know about twice. So I don't know about twice.
The last time somebody said they were the queen or something, and then
they really weren't. Yeah, they really weren't.
They said they were the jump rope queen.
And I know for a fact that she is a monster with singing and dancing. So we gonna say one is true. So you want to go with 3, Kevin? You want to go with 3? 3 is the fib, is the whammy?
I think she got a dog though. Really.
I don't think she got a dog. You can't have no dog and be at the gym all the time, KT. Come on, we got 15 seconds left.
All right, well, go with what you go with. Go.
All right, coach. Oh, yeah, we're going to say number 3 is the whammy. That is not the truth.
Hold on,
Number
you said
the dog?
Yeah.
You are correct.
Yeah!
Okay, so like it's a little tricky. I don't own it, but my daughter does.
I knew it, KT. I knew it. You know what that means, huh, KT? We in the dub column. Let's go. What's the name of your daughter's dog, though?
Zuko.
You almost had us go. So that means you beat Gino twice.
I beat Gino twice. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. We want to talk about that here in just a second. But coach, before we get every journey started, we do it safe and we do it all in order. We got the radio ready. So now we got to take that right hand. We got to reach over our left shoulder, coach. You got to grab that seatbelt and pull it down. Click, clack. Let's go to work. Turn up the volume. Turn up the noise. Set the AC temperature as cool as you want it to be because we're about to have a blast. Now, check this out. Before we get this thing rocking, y'all know you watch enough YouTube videos to know what's got to happen next. We got to do a call to action. That's right. We need to pay the bills. And by paying the bills, we need you to do something extraordinary. We need you to become the MVP of this episode. On the count of 3, I'm going to do a lot of hooting and hollering, and I need you to, number 1, smash that subscribe button and become a part of our family. Kevin and I, we are determined. We are going to be committed to being one of the hardest working podcasts in the business. Number 2, we need you to hit that like button so this show can just rise to the top like cream. You hear me? Every time you hit that like button, it tells the system that this show is just bubbling up. And number 3, last but not least, we need you to find 10 people, 15 people, 20 people. I don't care. Everybody you rock with, we need you to share this show. All right? Subscribe, like, and share. 3 big things that can help us move the needle. Coach Van Wyk, is the Blaze gonna rock with us?
Yes, absolutely. We're gonna have a lot of people who see this show. You're gonna get a lot of subscribes. You're gonna get some retweets. Oh yeah, we're gonna be sharing this.
Kevin,
You're gonna have some new fans. A lot of new fans.
Well, Coach, we got something new for this. This is the first time we unleashing this to the show, Coach. You ready for this? On the count of 3, ladies and gentlemen, let's do it like we true to it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's go. Let's turn it up. If you smash that subscribe button, welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. Because KT and I, we don't do fans. We don't do followers. We only do family around Sports Life Talk. So if you did any of those 3, you just became one of my favorite people and you became family to us. Coach, what is your favorite emoji that you're using right now?
My favorite emoji is the one that does this.
The sticking out the tongue with the
cross-side and you're like,
the cross-side. I call it the goofy.
Because I feel like I feel like that a lot with everything that's going on. My head is swirling. Oh yeah. It's busy. Oh yeah.
All right. Well, listen, if you did any of those 3, make sure you throw us the goofy emoji in the chat just to let us know you did it so Kevin and I can reach out to you. What we going to say to him, big bro?
Thank you.
That's right. We're going to say thank you. All right, y'all. It is time to get to know Coach Van Wyk a little bit better. On the count of 3, we about to do it big. Are y'all ready? KT, you ready for this? It is time for the Sports Life Talk initiation.
All right, Coach, to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Ooh, okay. Top 5 music artists. Man. Let's see. Lecrae, Christian rapper, Usher, Imagine Dragons, Lauren Daigle, Carrie Underwood, and NF. I don't know if you know who NF is.
Yeah, I know who NF is. NF
is at the top, but I'm like, I don't know who NF is. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You got some dope singers with Carrie Underwood and Lauren Daigle. Yep. Lecrae is one of my favorite rappers. Yeah. Kevin killed this list. So I don't know. What are you going to give her, KT? That's a tough one. That's a good list, though. Amazing artists, amazing songs.
Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragons. I forgot about the Imagine Dragons. Yep. They platinum selling artists. What you doing, KT?
Yeah. All right, Coach. We like to rank everybody's top 5, and the highest you can get is 5. But I'm not going to give you anything less than 5. I'm not going to give you anything less than 10. B. Jones, I'm feeling 19-ish.
Ooh, let's go.
Does that mean you like my picks?
Yeah, yes. You love Joe picks.
But I like Imagine Dragons too, B. Jones. So Radioactive, all that, you know, they got some.
Oh, I know Radioactive. Okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah.
You didn't think I knew that either, did you, B? Guess what you get.
Yeah, I showed down at you, Playboy.
Yeah. So who is your favorite superhero and why?
Ooh, that's a good one. Now, I love all the Marvel movies, but I actually have to go back to Wonder Woman because she's an Amazon. I love that she can work and be logical during the day and go save some lives in the afternoon and evening. Like, she's got both those lives. So I just feel like she's a great hero for me and how I want to live my life and help people.
All right, Coach, we asked the superhero question because we feel like coaches use superheroes. So with that said, you know, Wonder Woman has her own theme music. So what would your theme song be?
I would say You Can't Stop Me.
Oh, is that You Can't Stop Me? How'd that go? How'd that go, Coach?
Now I can't, You Can't Stop Me. Oh man, and now I'm forgetting who that artist is.
I don't know that song, KT.
I'm telling you, you gotta look that up. You gotta find it because Andy. Oh, you know it.
Minio?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know that song, but I know Andy, and he another dope Christian rapper, KT. He fire.
Yeah, Andy Minio. Oh, you'll love it. Oh, come on, KT. You gotta listen to that.
Well, I'll go back. I'll listen to it for you, Coach. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm.
You just think of the title. Every time you step onto that court, you step into your office, like you guys are doing right now. You're like, you can't stop me, no matter what's going on in life. This is what I'm doing. I'm influencing.
That may need to be the theme song for You Got Next, B. Jones.
You ain't lying. You can't stop us.
Yeah,
there's some people trying to stop us, B. Jones. Basically, with media credentials, I don't know why they be hating us on that. All right, Coach. So,
sir,
we have a running debate on our show. I want to be a singer. B. Jones wants to be the dancer. So we need for you to break the tie for your episode. Would you rather be a singer or a dancer?
Oh, shoot. I'm both.
Yeah, I was about to say she a dual threat, KT.
I know, but she got to pick one.
I was curious how she was going to answer this one myself.
I was a singer and a dancer, but I'll pick a dancer.
Yeah!
You know what? I wouldn't have asked that question if I knew she going to pick dance. I just knew this was a layup for me, B. She let me down.
Yeah! Hey, the karaoke queen. Dancing queen. Come on, Coach.
You ain't know who sing Dancing Queen, do you?
Olivia Newton-John? I don't know.
It's ABBA, man. Stop it.
ABBA, okay.
All right, Coach. So what is something that basketball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
I feel like the game and sports have taught me a combination that hard work, humility, and my faith in the Lord will always provide a successful path for me and others if I'm living my life right.
Did you really say Olivia Newton-John? I just realized that. You really said that.
I don't know. She was in Greece. Olivia Newton. Oh,
she had one song, Let's Get Physical. That's the one song that she had.
Physical. Yeah, Olivia Newton. Go, huh?
Gonna get physical.
Yeah, but you just had her wrong on the other one. But B. Jones, she was dope. So I'm glad we got a chance to mention her on the show. All right, Coach. So B and I, we're going to produce a movie that's centered around you. The one thing that we're missing is the lead actress. Who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
Okay, so I've heard this from a number of people that I look a lot like, when her hair is longer, Halle Berry, which I thought was like actually a compliment.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a huge compliment. You got to be careful, saying.
I was like, okay, I'll take that. Yeah.
You gotta be careful saying that name on this show. That's my number one crush.
Yeah, that's his favorite actress of all time.
Seriously?
Yes, I love Mrs. Halle Berry. I don't care. She could be 70. I'm still gonna be in love with Halle Berry.
Awesome. Yes, love her.
All right, so this is probably the most important question I'm going to ask you during this initiation. To B. Jones and I, anyway. When we travel, we got to eat, right, Coach? So I want you to give us that one. We come out there to kick with you. What's that one restaurant you're going to recommend? And what is your go-to meal there?
Oh, okay. So I have, again, a number of places I walk in because I'm there all the time. And they know me by name. Hi, Lisa. But I think if you had to go for a nice sit down, I would say Draft in Appleton, Wisconsin. It's called Draft Gastropub. And the one meal I get all the time is the bourbon salmon, sweet bourbon salmon.
I didn't see this bourbon salmon coming, but gastro. I kind of knew something was going to be kind of highfalutin when she said gastro pub. You know what I'm talking about? That's a unique name for restaurant. So the bourbon salmon, yeah. Kevin, you eat that when we go?
Oh, I'll turn some salmon up, B. Jones. Good,
I think we'll stick with the double cheeseburger on that one, Coach. No, I like it done right.
Oh yeah, you can mess it up. I was gonna say you can mess it up, but it can't be messed up. All right, so get ready to shoot the breeze with a true champion of the hardwood. Our next guest has not only perfected the art of the crossover, but has also mastered the science of turning a group of players into a well-oiled basketball machine. With the playbook as innovative as it is effective, she's taken her team to soaring heights and redefined the game. So grab your virtual tickets courtside as we welcome the extraordinary head coach, Lisa Van Wyk, for a slam dunk discussion on our podcast stage. So B. Jones, go ahead and take it away, brother.
Coach, we super excited about having you on the show. You are super dope. For one, I just love your energy. I love it when we get these coaches that come on in. They got personality, and it's more. I love the entertainment side of this thing because it's all for fun, right? We playing this game for fun, and we build character. Yeah, we build.
And B. Jones, and they look like Halle Berry. So
Halle Berry. All right, but Coach, we got to take this thing back to the beginning. We got to tell them your story your way and let them know what's really cooking up there in Wisconsin, Coach. So take us back all the way to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Coach, in Pompano Beach when the game got started for you, Coach. Tell us when you started playing basketball and when did you fall in love with the game?
Oh, okay. Yeah. When did I fall in love with the game? So I was in 7th grade, and believe it or not, I was a cheerleader. Oh, I love cheerleaders, but I was a cheerleader, and I was cheerleading for the boys basketball team at my school called Highlands Christian Academy. And I was watching them play, and I was so intrigued by the game. And I was like, wow, I loved everything that I was watching. But here I'm just going, yay, I'm like, no, I want to do what they're doing. I want people to cheer for me. I just loved the sweat, the hard work, the way the ball moved, defense, offense, everything. And so in 8th grade, I was recruited by our basketball coach to play. So that's where my journey started with basketball. I can keep going if you want me to go.
No, you don't have to keep going, but I got to ask you, Coach, because 8th grade, they gave you about 4 good years of run, and then you were able to actually get a pretty good deal. I mean, you went to some good universities from Miami to UWO. I mean, you went to some good schools, Coach. I mean, how did you get good at the game?
Well, to tell you the truth, I feel like God gave me a lot of good genetics. I could see it and do it. I was very athletic, very fast, and I listened and I could adapt really quick physically and pick up just mentally what was happening on the court. And I ended up, after playing 4 years of high school, now I'm not in a big high school. I'm in a very small Christian school. I didn't have a lot of support financially. I didn't know anything about AAU. So I didn't play travel basketball. We couldn't afford it anyway. And so I actually wanted to go to Liberty University in Virginia. And then my mom was like, no, you're not leaving. And I'm going to disown you if you leave the state. I mean, she did literally say that, but that's all right. So I'm like, okay. So I ended up getting a lot of like Pell Grant money, free money to go to University of Miami, Florida, being in the state, not having a lot of, familiar money. And so I ended up going there and get settled in. And in my heart and my mind, my passion and love was basketball. And so I just did what I knew to do, which was call the coach and go, hey, coach, can I play basketball? And she's like, you can come try out. So I literally went to their practice in fall and tried out for the team and made it as a walk-on.
Wow. What kind of player were you, Coach? Were you a shooter? Were you a defender?
Yeah, so I would have to say I was a pretty good shooter, but my very strength would actually have to be defense. I'd say defense, just because I was very quick and intense and aggressive. I just always loved the thought of being in that competitive mode and telling my opponent, you can't get by me. So I would say for sure defense was my strength.
Now, Coach, as much as I want to talk about basketball, because we're going to get back on basketball, I know mostly Hoop fans are watching this, but Coach, you raised hell on the track. You mentioned it earlier, like we don't get too many national champions. I think we've had maybe a total of 4 national champions have come on this show from the track and field side, and now we got to add one more to that tally. Coach, I mean, that's kind of huge. So you go to where did you start running track, like at UWO, or how do you become a national champion from a walk-on basketball player?
Yeah. So to close up that loop with Miami, I ended up, we went on to actually the NCAA tournament and went as far as the Sweet 16. So you remember last season when the Miami women went far and they were like, hey, the last time they were in the Sweet 16 was in 1990.
Yes.
Yeah, that was my team.
you know who put Miami out this year was LSU, and I watched the game. I'm a big LSU fan. That's crazy.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was the last time they had hit the Sweet 16. And then, so that's when we lost. And I came back my second year of school, and Miami had recruited like literally the best point guard in the entire country. And she was dribbling that ball like a machine gun. I was so impressed. I'm like, oh, okay. And as the school year started, my mom ended up saying, hey, I can't help cover the cash that we need to cover the rest of your tuition. So being a walk-on, having to work, having to take on more work and try and deal with my studies, I ended up having to quit ball. And after that, in short, my life just went downhill really fast. And it was at that time that I met this man over the summer leading into the one semester I'd gone to Florida International University, who literally he's a godsend. He picked me up off my feet. He brought me to Wisconsin. He clothed me, he fed me. He helped me get into UW Oshkosh. And one day, I tried out for the basketball team, made it. And how much can I say? Oshkosh is an amazing institution. We'll just put it that way. Oshkosh is awesome. But at the time, I wasn't welcomed on that team by some other players. And I don't know if it's because, I was fast, I was furious, and they kind of had their group coming up all those years, and nobody knew what to do with me. And one day I had walked into the locker room and just said, hi, and this is before our first game. I said hi to the girls, and they just turned their back on me. And I was like, what? Okay.
What?
Yeah.
You just don't know. You just left the Sweet 16 last week.
I was like, I'm just here playing basketball. I just want to make a friend, and it just didn't work out. And it was a tough time for me coming from Florida, right? There's a lot of diversity. There's a lot going on. I had family down there, and I come to Wisconsin, which is absolutely beautiful. So many beautiful people, but it was just different. And not having that family support and our friends, it was a tough change for me. And so I just went to the coach and I said, Coach, I think for right now, it doesn't make sense for me to continue. And I never quit anything in my life, but I said, I think it's best if I walk away. And so I quit. And my husband tells the story. He said, one day we were just fooling around, throwing the football back and forth. And I was chasing him to get the ball back. And he said, I had to run like hell to get away from her. She was so fast. And he played college football and ran track in college as well. And he's like, you're so fast. You should go out for track. Just go out for track. So I ended up joining the track team at UW Oshkosh. I'm like, I'm here. And Deborah Cotterin, who is just a national, well-known, amazing track coach, said, okay, so we're going to try you in this event and this event. And lo and behold, she just had somebody who was really fast and was kind of just dropped in her lap. She told me to run fast. I said, okay. And they put me in every event possible. The 100, the 50, Indoor meter dash, I ended up in 5th place, All-American my first semester running. The 100, the 200, the 4x1, the 4x2, the 4x4, and the open 400. Yeah, so I actually broke records in all of those, and yeah, was 2-time national defending champion outdoor 400 meter dash.
That's like a true Forrest Gump type story, ain't it, KT? Like, just run, Lisa, run!
Like, there's a way to run too. She told me how to like do it, and I'm like, all right. I was like, all right.
How tall are you, Coach?
I'm actually almost 5'6", like 5'5.5".
Okay, so you were short but moving. You was out there getting it.
Quick turnover.
Now, Coach, we got to start talking about this blaze, because you cooking up something amazing that impressed KT and I at first sight. I don't know if you were the coach at the time or the team we saw, because I know you guys have different levels of teams, right? So I don't know which blaze team we saw. We just saw one of the teams. We were like, oh, we write them down. We want to follow up with them. But with that being said, tell us, how did you transition into this whole AAU sports fitness? I mean, you got a lot of irons in the fire, and this is coming from somebody who used to be a former teacher. Coach, we could probably do a whole documentary on you. I mean, literally, we could probably spend 2 days telling your story. But I mean, how did all this stuff transition from CIO, school teacher, into this business owner running their own gym and their own AAU program?
Yeah. So after I graduated from college, right away, I knew I wanted to still be involved in sports, and coaching. My coaches in high school were a really big part of my life for helping me deal with all that I was going through in my family. And I found normalcy. And on the basketball court, I played volleyball, basketball, softball. I had great coaches who showed me what life could be like. And I found that basketball was a way that I can exert my frustrations, let it all out, but in a positive way that I can control my situation, learn to be a leader, and communicate. And I love to foul. I just have to say, I love to foul. So not on purpose all the time.
At least you admit it, Coach.
Yeah.
At least you admit it.
Yeah. And so when I was done with my athletic career in college, I actually tried running professionally, and I did a little bit in some opens, and then knew it was time to give it up, and ended up going and being a teacher. And then I coached in the high school, in our local high school at Appleton North High School. Then I went on to coach at Einstein Middle School, and then Appleton West High School. And then I got married and got pregnant and had kids. And it's like, oh, okay, that's different. So ended up leaving the teaching profession, expecting to go back, but I wanted to take a break and make sure that I never took care of a kid before I had my kids. So I'm like, I don't know what this is going to be like. And I know teaching is like, full-time teaching is overtime teaching and overtime work. And so I ended up cutting back, but then my kid was colicky. And in the next 4 months, I had to go back and get my master's, because I'm like, I got to get out of the house. So I go back, I get my master's in microbiology, and after I'm done with that, I try to apply to different coaching jobs while my kids were little, and teaching jobs, and nobody would have me. I applied. I'm not kidding. I applied multiple places, and I was always passed up. And then when I tried getting, like, just asking for help, I'd walk into schools and say, hey, do you need help? This is my background. Nobody would say yes to me. And so I ended up going and helping my husband in his construction business. We own a well-to-do commercial construction business. We work on building schools, like the new Neenah High School that looks like a college, Lambeau Field, Performing Arts Center, medical buildings, hospitals, and things like that. I knew he needed help in the office. And so for 10 plus years, I worked with him as his chief information officer, because as a scientist, I love solving problems. And so you put something in front of me and I'll just figure it out. That's why I love basketball. It's not complicated, but it's a little complex. There's so much you can do. There's so many solutions. There's so many ways to attack it. And I love that about the game. And so I did that. And when my kids were old enough, I started coaching them in youth. So I was helping in the youth program, but I saw a lot of negative experiences where I would see coaches belittling, demeaning, breaking the spirits of youth in sports, that they would quit before they even got to high school. And I saw and experienced a lot of ways to, the ways that you shouldn't do it, and I didn't always have didn't have a mentor. My mentors, I feel like, is the guys or the women I see on TV. I have taken so many clinics. I've listened to so many videos and learned that way. Test and trial, and feedback that I get from people. And one of my favorite coaches is Coach K. I love Coach K. I wish he was still coaching. I'd love to just sit next to him and just see how he does it, because I love that he's got the best of the best and he's so composed. He sits there. He sat there during the hottest of moments, trusting his team because he knew that they were prepared for that moment. And that's the kind of coach that I want to be, who can invest and help people be their best and be able to just be as cool and composed under fire as possible. And so when my daughter wanted to play more basketball outside of the youth program in her school, to be honest, that's when I first heard about AAU. I didn't know about AAU until then. I started asking around, and I ended up going under a boys basketball program. I won't say their name, in our area, and ended up being their first girls team. We ended up having a mix of 5th and 6th grade girls on the team. It was a great experience, but there was a lot of things that happened on the back end, administratively, that I was like, I could tell these girls aren't important to the organization. And being a female athlete who always got the second best of everything, the hand-me-downs, the coaches, at least growing up, that were, hey, the teachers, but they never played basketball before. But the boys got, everything. I was like, I don't want that for my kids. I don't want that for boys either. And so I'm like, God had laid a lot on my heart during that time. He opened up a lot of doors. I went through some hard times in starting. And I just came to a point where I was like, I'm doing it. This is the vision I have, is to train champions for life and to provide the right environment, positive, encouraging, uplifting environment where they get the best training in both sports and fitness. And I have to do fitness because as an athlete, I know that it's not just about your skill development, but it's about your mental strength, your emotional strength, your social awareness, and what you do physically in your strength and conditioning can impact your game as well. So we provide kind of a turnkey approach that if anybody wants to be their best, they can get a schedule and the services they need to be their best. So that's Blaze.
That's Blaze. Who came up with the name?
Oh, actually, one of our girls came up with the name. I was like, I want something that emulates what God does in our lives, that brings the energy and makes us into everything that we can be. And I'm thinking like fire and dynamite and everything. And I was having a conversation with these girls, 5th and 6th graders, my daughter and her friends, literally driving them to the mall one day. And I said, we're going to do it. We're going to start this company, and I'm just doing it. And I said, I'm struggling with the name. And I told them my different ideas, and they're like, yeah, 5th and 6th grade, like, nah. And then we started having a conversation with one, and I said, hey, to Tegan, where's your sister Tatum? And she's like, well, she's at Brielle's house. And I said, oh, I know Brielle. And my daughter, who always knows everything, says, Mom, you don't know who Brielle is? And I said, yeah, I do. I said, her brother's Blaze, isn't it? And she's like, yeah, Blaze. And then Kenna, so my daughter's Nikki, and Kenna said, Coach, that's it. And I said, what's it? Because I'm already moved on, right? I have to get to the mall, these girls to the mall. And she's like, Coach, that's it, the name. I'm like, the name of what? And she said, the name of the company. And I'm like, yeah, Blaze, that's it. That sums up everything. Being your best, bringing all your energy, positive energy, influencing others, inspiring others. Yeah, everything that God wants you to be. So, Blaze, we have a themed verse, 2 Timothy 1:6 and 7, that God just gave us. Literally, the first one I looked up says, Therefore, I remind you to keep ablaze literally says in the Bible, keep ablaze the gift of God that is in you. For God has not promised you a spirit of fearfulness, but one of power, love, and of sound mind. And I was like, let's go.
Wow. Man, God, that's crazy how it all came together like that. Shout out to Kenna. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she came up with that. Well, Coach, we running over time, but I got to ask this. Just 30 seconds. You click on your website. You look at your team. It's a lot of ladies on your team, Coach. Yeah. Is that intentional? Are you trying to build out this powerful women empowerment type thing, or are you intentionally hiring the women to show them love, or did that just come organically?
It came organically. It just we put it out, different options, staff, positions, and I just feel like God's just brought different people for us. And the women in our staff and the men we have in our staff are hard workers. They're driven, they're smart, they're intellectual. And the best thing about them is that they care about the athletes. They care about every one of our families and kids in our program. And so it's been a blessing. I do have to shout out to them, though, to say thank you to all of our staff, but also my husband, because without him and his financial support, to be honest, we would not be here today. You need those people who believe in you and invest in you, and my family's one of them.
Well, we definitely gonna make sure we get some shout outs for them as we conclude this show. But everybody that sat and buckled up with us, it is time. Coach Lisa Van Wyk, welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show with KT and I. We play a little one-on-one, and you are now officially calling all of the shots. Okay, Coach? So the rules are super simple. This is our version of Would You Rather. Both KT and I, we're going to go 3 rounds, and in each round, we're going to present to you an option or scenario. Whichever one of those scenarios you select, that host will get a point. And of course, the first host to get 2 out of 3 will win this episode's game. KT, he's had a great year so started off. So I think he's a defending champion. Not 100% sure, but the KT the defending champion. So kick it off, KT.
All right. Would you rather coach a player that no one gave them a shot? They make it to the Basketball Hall of Fame, and then their speech tells you they wouldn't be there without your love and guidance, or
Blaze gets hot. I'm talking about y'all start really doing it big and y'all go off and win a national championship. The Blaze organization wins their first AAU national championship.
I already have 2 of them.
All right, so
okay, so which statement would I rather?
Yeah, would you rather win another national championship?
That's an easy one. Number 1. I would rather somebody to say that I influenced them so much and impacted them that it changed their lives. Absolutely. Than for me to say, oh, I got an award. Because I feel like there's so many ways that we win without getting a trophy. There's so many ways that we're victorious on the court.
I'll give you credit for that one, Coach. You had me with the Blaze comment when she All right, round 2.
Would you rather travel the world hosting your own food show for ESPNW, where you get to interview other college coaches, professional athletes, while they take you to their favorite places to eat in the towns that they grew up in, or this is going to be kind of fun. All right. So we're going to start a TV show. We're going to put it on Netflix, but this is the deal. It is going to be about athletes with incredible abilities to sing and dance or to do anything. It's going to kind of like be the athlete's version of American Idol, or what's the name of that other show, KT, with Howard Mandel in them, and America's Got Talents. But it's going to be all about athletes. It's going to be we're going to have it centered in Wisconsin. It's going to be all centered around your program, but we're going to call it, NBA players, WNBA players, college superstars, but they got to come do something other than they basketball skill. They're going to show it and audition and do all of that in front of the country.
Okay, neither of those were the idea that I had moving forward in life, but I'm going to have to pick the TV Netflix athletes. Going to be singing and dancing and doing something different.
Woo, I was nervous, KT.
Are we tied right now?
We tied because if you would have got that one, I would have been crying. So, all right, here we go, Coach. We always go to sudden death overtime, and the rules are super simple on this one. KT and I stop doing the talking, and we let our sneakers do the talking. Both of us are passionate sneakerheads. As a matter of fact, we go live every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Part of that live show, I do a segment called The Drop. During the drop, all I do is talk about new heat, new sneakers that's coming out. So, before the show, KT and I, we selected a pair of shoes out of our collection that we thought represented you, Coach, in your amazing program. So on the count of 3, we're going to get you to say, hold that sneaker. And once you say it, we're going to show you what we brought. Now, think hard, Coach, because whichever one of these sneakers you select, the head coach of the Mouth of the South, they will not only win round 3, but they will win this episode's game. All right, Coach?
Yep.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hold that sneaker. Oh,
That's a nice shoe, B.
Oh, goodness gracious. Ay. They're both beautiful. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, I know which one I love. Okay, there's great things about both of them, but I think I have to go with KT's shoe.
Oh, no way. Coach, them was your logo colors. I went with the Wisconsin Blaze colors.
I know.
Oh, those colors. That was a nice shoe, B. Jones. I normally hate on you, but
yeah, I couldn't find that. This is the only episode I was able to pull them joints out of the collection.
Those would totally fit and work with us, but there was one thing that got you.
The Jordan brand.
Yes,
I knew it.
And single champion.
What'd you say, Coach?
I saw his little Air Jordan. That just it took my heart. I had to pick him.
You do not do that for the championship rounds when you don't win. No, sir.
Wrong choice, Coach. All right, let's get this thing started because, Coach, you got some big, important things happening to you in the future. And I'm not just talking about a summer of AAU basketball that's coming when you guys going to be traveling all across the country chasing championship number 3. You got a 20,000 square foot building that's coming your way. So, Coach, the title of the show is You Got Next. What's up next for you? What does the future look like for Lisa Van Wyk in the Wisconsin Blaze?
Yeah, so right now we have 20,000 square feet of sports and fitness, and this is opening up by April 1st, an additional 20,000 square feet for a total of 40. We have 2 full high school basketball courts, which will allow us to run 4 volleyball courts and a college court across the 2 high school courts. So I can get as much basketball and volleyball and sports training as possible.
That is awesome. Y'all gonna have some tournaments hosted there, like local tournaments, anything? That's gonna be. We might actually have to make our way up there to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So, Coach, get the bourbon salmon ready to go. All right, KT.
Yeah, and your double cheeseburger, whatever you said. All right, Coach. So, do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Yes. I guess I said it before. My family, my son Peter, daughter Nikki, husband Tim. I said we couldn't do without him. The dog, Zuko, little dog. I need to bring him on next time. And then my Blaze family, all our parents and kids and our staff, every single one of them are absolutely amazing and make us who we are. So appreciate them. Yeah.
All right, so this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. So, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who you calling out? Who's shouting it?
I am calling out Dakota Benson, who's one of our lead trainers. He's wild. He's got so much information going on and experience in the game. I think you would be floored. So I think he'd be cool. I got a whole list, so if you need it, I can give you some more. But yeah,
you can give us some more. As soon as we get off the show, we're gonna let you give us all of them. If you want to give them to us now, that's fine. You can give us a couple.
Can I give it to you? Can I give you
we're gonna get them all. We're gonna get them all, Coach.
All right. So I got Nicole Van Wyk, who's my daughter who played Division II basketball, Black Hills State University. She's got an interesting story, really interesting. We got Macy McGlone, who's currently a senior at Eastern Illinois University. She's got over 20 double-doubles in the OVC. She is an Amazon. Taylor Lauterbach, who's playing for Virginia right now. Macy is 6'3" and Taylor's 6'7". She's a tree. She's awesome. Kayla Schrader, I got them at all levels. NAIA just broke school records. And then I got some coaches. I got Eric Bombinski. He's a high school coach. He's crazy. And then Alicia Bond. I've met a lot of interesting college coaches over the years. This one, she's interesting. She's from
Virginia?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coach, you know you all. Hey, Coach supposed to come on.
Here's the thing, Coach. We talked to her in Louisville.
Yes.
We met her, and she said, "Yeah, I'm gonna do the show," and we haven't heard back from her.
Yeah, man, Coach Dodger is right. So Coach Barn, Coach Benson, and all the rest of y'all amazing athletes, y'all are officially on the clock. We can't wait to have y'all on the show. You can let the world know that you are up next because your ticket just got punched. But Coach Lisa Van Wyk, you got next. You are authentic, Coach. You are genuine. You are true to, I'm just saying, you are just the excellent. I love everything about your energy, your vibe. You are one of one, Coach. You are extraordinary. You are elite. You deserve a fire. Yeah, let's go. Kevin, how does song go? Fire. You know, it's a lot of songs out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. The roof. The roof.
The roof is on fire.
Hey, y'all, thank y'all for watching another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next. We appreciate y'all for sticking around. This has been a great one, but it can't happen without you. You are the real true superstar of this show and this platform, and we are just we want to make sure that we do everything we possibly can to keep you guys informed, inspired, motivated, and encouraged. And so make sure you smash that subscribe button. Hang out with us a little bit longer. We got over 600 shows. We're gonna give y'all 180 shows this year alone. You could go think we already dropped like 40 of them. Coach Van Wyk can tell you we working, we grinding on this thing, and make sure you hit that like button and share this with all of your people. And I'm gonna add one more to it. Tap in with us at SportsLifeTalk, all of our social media platforms. We got a new series called Future Faces. We showcase some of the amazing college athletes in the game. So I promise you, tap in with us. We drop content every single day, and we promise you that you'll have a good time. Now, Coach gave us some dope names. 6'7". I'm talking about college coaches, high school coaches. I'm super excited about that list. She gonna keep us busy all summer long. But with that being said, some of y'all out there got a story that need to be told. And if you do have a story, hit us up on our website, sltugotnext.com. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, why you feel like you got next. And KT will reach out and set up an audition so we can learn a little bit more about you and get you on the show. And also, some of y'all out there watching this on YouTube, we appreciate you. But if you're a podcaster like myself, you love riding in the car, listening to podcasts, just on your way to work or your way to the gym or while you're cooking in the kitchen, you can take You Got Next on the road, download this show in the audio format wherever you listen to podcasts, whether that be Apple or Spotify. Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another because together we are better. And keep dreaming big, y'all, because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet!
I knew you had next because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like